So 2 years ago, I enrolled in a business course online.
Okay.
I don't really know why I did, but I did. And it taught you how to start your own business and sell things online and
Okay.
do things like that. So I started this in 2018, and it's kind of morphed into an online shop for fair trade goods.
Oh, okay.
Which are products that are made by usually impoverished people in third world countries that do that, and they get paid a living wage, and they have safe working conditions, and it supports their life basically.
Yeah.
It brings families out of poverty. So I was kind of looking at, like I can support China, and I can support those factories, and all the. I'm just like, on China, and I just didn't feel good about it. So then when I started thinking about fair trade stuff, I was like, yeah, this is going to help people.
Yeah.
This is going to really help people. And so these artisans are, they're beaters or they're painters or they're, doing something, but they're, these companies aren't using child labor. They're paying a fair wage. A lot of them are investing into their communities and building, schools and libraries and stuff like that. And
that's awesome.
And the people really, they use their wages to send their kids to school or put running water in their house. Like,
there's
running water. Something we just totally take for granted.
It's wild. Like, I often have said, like, there's levels to this thing. Just generally talking about life.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then, like, I think a thing that people isn't talked about enough is like there's levels to poverty, which
Absolutely.
is wild.
Yeah.
Like there is homeless in America, which is obviously an issue. Then there's like homeless in India, and like homeless in China, like.
And those are 3 different levels of.
Whew,
yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
It gets dicey.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's bad. So I feel really good about supporting the organizations that employ these people.
Yeah.
And they're,
awesome,
a lot of them are, there's a World Fair Trade Organization and Fair Trade Federation. So they're like these big overarching entities that like make sure they're following these policies. And a lot of things are really sustainable, so they're better for the environment.
Oh, yeah.
And so there's just a lot of really, really positive things about it. So that's kind of the direction I've been going recently. Okay. I'm still kind of slowly getting there.
Figuring it out.
So yeah, it's kind of, you just kind of, it's one of those things you figure out as you go, and you think, wow, you're 2 years in, aren't you killing it? Like, no, I'm still crawling. I feel because I don't have business experience. I don't have anybody in my family that's been a business person, so it's kind of new. Mm-hmm. But I enjoy it.
That's awesome.
And I'm hoping, obviously I hope it takes off. I want it to succeed, and that's the reason I didn't tell anybody about it. Is like, you see those people online that are always like, I started a shop, come buy my blah blah blah, to all their friends and family. It's like, oh my gosh, stop messaging me already.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to be one of those people, so I didn't tell anybody about this. So I've had a business for 2 years that I feel is mildly successful without the support of people.
Dude,
me
awesome,
just asking people to buy stuff. So
just putting it out in the ether and allowing people to come across it.
Yeah.
Well, that being said, how does one get said goods?
So my website is called HICKORYandELM.com.
Hickory and Elm,
like
hickory
the trees, hickory and elm the trees, hickory and elm.
Okay.
.com. And Evan, you can cut this part out, maybe. I don't know.
Nah, man, we're gonna plug it. The website's gonna be right.
Oh, dang. Okay, well, I can. Okay, so I hear this on podcasts a lot. I've never done this. Like, if you want a coupon code for your listeners,
hell yeah,
I can totally hook you up with
Let's
that
go.
too.
What's the coupon code?
What do you want it to be? You name it.
Just wanted the HAYB.
Yeah.
HAYB.
Yeah.
Okay.
HAYB.
All right.
10%, 15%.
Sure. Let's go 20.
20%. HAYB 20.
HAYB 20.
Yo.
We'll
Shout out.
So
first sponsor.
There you go.
Sponsor plug. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sponsor plug. Yeah.
You're an influencer now.
Shout out.
Congratulations.
We made it, boys.
So yeah, I guess my
on our way to that Patreon.
My secret's out. So that's my So that's my secret.
Yeah, that's awesome. Hold on, let me look at
people
this real quick.
So I got some Christmas stuff up.
Sorry, real quick pause.
Yeah.
Chris, that fan only works if it's plugged in.
Yeah, I just have it sitting on it.
Okay.
Yeah. If I had that on, it would...
Fair enough. Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
Right next to it.
That was super rude, but just also I just wanted to be like I first saw you set it up. I'm like, nah, he's gonna turn it on. Yeah. Then you didn't turn it on. I'm like, hey man.
It's just a better
fair enough
wrist position.
Now I understand that. Okay.
Yeah.
I digress. So what do we got on here? We got some Christmas stuff. Shout out to the Christmas stuff.
Yeah, I got some Christmas stuff. Of course, I put that up because that's what everybody's looking for right now.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Got some Christmas masks.
Yeah, my friend made those are made locally. My friend makes them,
Super
and so that's another thing I feel like I'm helping.
Nice.
Did my internet just go down?
Looks like it.
That's super neat.
Ooh. Yeah, so my friend who makes those, I mean, she's very crafty, but she's extremely professional.
Okay.
And it helps her family. She's got a family too, and so I feel like I'm helping her. I want to help people.
Yeah.
That's the whole point. I don't want to just sell stuff.
Yeah.
Like, why? I want to help people.
Yeah.
I want to help people. So.
Okay.
So that's that.
So what else do we got up here?
Oh, we got some other random stuff.
So
We got
what's
some, like
yeah? What do we sell them when it's not Christmas?
well, it's not Christmas. We got jewelry. We got some stocking stuffer stuff. We got some
Yeah, no, I'm fixing
USB chargers.
Yeah, let me.
Rona resources, right? So anyway, it's kind of random. Like I said, it's a work in progress.
Hey man, no, I dig it.
But it's like inviting people over to your house when it's not all clean yet. That's what this feels like. Like I haven't cleaned up yet. Hold on, let me go fix all this stuff.
That's entirely what this podcast is.
Oh, okay, there you go.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Anyway,
We're just making it work.
Yeah, we're just making it work.
yeah. I also donate. That's what that page is you're looking at now, Evan.
Okay.
I donate a portion every month to different organizations in the area
Damn, son.
because I want to give back. So
Just good person, Jennifer.
that's what I'm trying to do. That's what I'm trying to do.
Shout out to you, dude.
So
That's awesome.
thanks.
So you just had this desire?
I don't really remember. So this course that I signed up for, I kept coming across it, and the sales pitchiness
Yeah.
of it. It didn't feel like a sales pitch. It was just like, hey, here's some, way to make extra income kind of a thing. And I looked into it and I watched her little funnel about how what you're gonna get if you sign up for this course and blah 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 and then I got to the part where it tells you the price and I was like, what? It's like $1,000.
Oof.
And I'm like, I don't think so. Pass,
Yeah.
And then you see it a few weeks later and a few weeks later and then 2 months later and you're still this kind of in the back of your head like, oh, maybe I should try this. But that's a lot of money. I don't know. And then you start thinking about investing in yourself.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not getting a master's degree. I'm not, at least not yet. I'm not
currently not working on working towards that.
Yes. That's a big chunk of change, but is it a good investment in myself? And I've always thought the idea of running a business would be really fun.
Yeah.
So I talked to Josh about it. I prayed about it a lot and, we kind of said, okay, let's give it a shot. I've learned so much. I mean, everything I know about business I've learned from that course, and it's paid for itself over and over and over since then. Yeah, so
wow.
It's been good.
That's awesome, man. Shoot.
Yeah.
Oh, we're definitely gonna off air talk some business stuff because we're trying to figure the same thing out. Like I said, we don't really know what we're doing out here. We just
right. You just take one little baby step at a time.
Just did it. Evan knew how to do some things in GarageBand, and Chris kind of knew how to do some camera stuff, and I had some money.
There you go. Yeah. So that's been the scariest thing about it for me is the investment. I mean, the investment in the course, but then, investing in, I'm buying a domain. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
And I'm buying products to try and say, what if this doesn't sell? I'm sitting on this stuff in the house for months and months, and that's scary. So that's been like a muscle that I've never used before and trying to figure out how to learn that skill. And figured out without throwing money down the drain, because I don't want to do that either.
I don't know. Have I thrown money down the drain yet?
Do you want me to answer that honestly? I mean, there's the occasional thing. Like, didn't we buy like a not a USB, like an SD card at one point for like the camera?
I think so.
We bought like an extra camera and like it was broken or.
No. We bought the wrong SD card.
Yeah.
I honestly, I don't think we've thrown too much money away.
Besides that, I don't think we've like,
Yeah. I mean, well, technically, I guess the original mics were garbage.
Yeah, that was kind of a...
But in all fairness, it came with the arm, it came with that stand. It was $40.
Yeah.
I'm okay with spending $40 on this.
I actually just saw, like, on the TikTok app, somebody was reviewing a microphone set that came with the arm and everything for $40. So that was probably the same thing. It looked exactly like these.
It's garbage.
Is it that the mic is?
Yeah, the 3 of the 4 didn't work.
Oh, man.
Just straight up.
When he tested it, it sounded pretty good, but I don't know.
Well, you win some, you lose some.
Yeah.
But it's interesting. Let me get your opinion on like having to, because you have the musician hustle grind like ingrained in you. You have the drum corps hustle grind ingrained in you. Was it easy to flip that into like the business grind, or did it feel super like kind of uncomfortable?
It's pretty uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It's pretty uncomfortable. I mean, the grind as far as like put your nose down and get to work, like that's there, but there's not a roadmap.
Mm-hmm.
There's not a, in school or in drum corps, it's like, okay, we have to do this and then this and then this and then this, and we'll get to our goal. In business, it's like, where's my goal? How do I get there? Do I go this way or this way or this way? And so you kind of figure that out. And that part for me personally is really uncomfortable. It's like going somewhere without a map and not knowing, like, I know I'm kind of going west. Like, how am I going to get there? I know it's
that way.
Yeah. It feels like that. It feels like going somewhere without knowing your step by step by step. So that part of it has been difficult.
Okay.
But as far as like perseverance, like, I'm persevering because there are days that really suck.
Yeah, man.
But, there are days that don't too. I'm just keep going. And the days that I feel like I have no idea what I'm doing, I just keep working through it.
Keep figuring it out.
Fake it till you make it, basically.
I'm trying to think. So, like, how did you set up? I mean, I'm sure that there's a lot you can kind of talk about this, so I don't want to go too much into like a deep dive on it, but like how do you like find these like fair trade things?
So I just kind of started Googling fair trade wholesale and see what comes up. And I found a couple, you can do that on Instagram or Google or whatever. You can just find these fair trade people. I did have to do a little bit of digging to find, like, if I see a certain product that I really like that particular thing is like, okay, how can I find who made this? Not who's selling it, but who actually made it, so I can go through them. So that part has been tough. And the course, the course that I enrolled in really teaches, at least at first, to buy stuff from China. It's so inexpensive.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just plain cheap, right? And so you get better margins, and you use that to kind of make some money, and then you can figure out
go from there.
Where do you want to do? Yeah.
That makes sense.
And so, finding stuff from China is super easy.
Yeah.
Finding fair trade stuff was a lot harder.
Really?
It took a lot more digging and a lot more, it's like uncovering leaf after leaf after leaf when you're looking for something. It was kind of like that.
Okay.
And I found a few. There's also a fair trade shop in Waco that I just visited last week.
Really?
That's really, there's a cafe and a shop, and it's really, really cool. The cafe is really good. But they have a lot of things. And so I was able to talk to the lady who runs that shop for a while, and she was very friendly and gave me, told me like where she likes to get things from and what are her best sellers. And we just talked talked fair trade, I guess, for, I don't know, maybe like 30 or 45 minutes.
That's awesome. Man.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Yeah. That's such a unknown market.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
It really is. And I still, like, there's people, that I'll say I'm kind of going into fair trade, and they'll say, what is that? And people just don't know.
Yeah.
So I think it's something that there's a lot of education surrounding that, which I can do education, right? Okay, great, let's go it. And I think consumers, especially these days, are starting to like care more about where their stuff comes from, and if it's like ethically produced, and if the people who made this are treated right, and like they care on a deeper level. I mean, some people still just want to get the cheapest thing for the cheapest buck, and I get that.
That's how it goes.
But then there's other people that, care a little bit more to know a little bit deeper about what their stuff is. So